and secure their spot in the playoffs at, you know, an event in Germany, in their home country. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, and it's a major. So, you know, there's a lot going through their minds at this point in time.
Well, they've got to filter all that out, Harry. Focus on their crosshairs. We're getting into it. Map 1, the only map of this best of 1, surprisingly enough. It's going to be Train and it's going to be Sprout to start things off on the T side. Early run boost down Ivy. Not spotted by Hunter. Or at least it seems so. He's tunnel visioned in on the left side. There's utility on Mirbit and Spiddy. So they can go for a set piece here, but that's if the CTs don't force the first fight, because aggression towards Decon. The flash is good. He's doing fine, but he still hits a shot. Esperanto does trade, but getting dropped by Favin as now Sprout look to try and take over this A site.
Yeah, still 2 players here, and you notice Sprout not too keen to just go barreling through. Now they do start to meander their way down through Olaf, and Hunter will get bested almost immediately. It's Nexa creeping forward. Now behind enemy lines, and he could do a lot of damage from this position. Lying in wait over towards a sandwich. Creeping forward, Sorensen taken down, doubling up his Nexa, and now this leaves Otto alone. He's been gushed, 17 points of health, a full kit of utility, but he's not really in a spot where he can look to get too much use out of this. They're trying to whittle him down. That nade, he's still going, still ticking. Nade gonna find a bit of chip damage, 8 points of health on Otto. Trying to get away with anything he can, and he is getting some good usage out of this utility now, flashing himself up to the top of the ladder. The problem he's going to have is wrapping round. It's there, and Sprout securing themselves the pistol, getting off to a good start here on their T side.
Yeah, you can see Crazy were immediately impatient in that round, right? After just 5 or 10, 15 seconds, they're already flashing their way deep into T-Con. Unfortunately, not a trade that worked out in their favor. 2 players getting dropped for only the price of 1. So Sprout just executing on the A site and able to deal with the remaining rotations off of B. We now have the force buy for Crazy. I said it before I even saw it because I know this team well enough. They love buying up on that second round. Scout on Otto, SMG on Letney, pistols on the others. Sprout know what's coming though, so they're going to slow things down. 3 rifles here in the T side already, and set up outside of B with that bomb. You can see Spinny's trying to sell the fake somewhat, but he's already been spotted with the SMG and dealt with. Doesn't even get a kill for it. Sprout just bursting out into this B bomb site, and Nex is the only defender here. He's calling for help. He might need it because Keto's already dropped him. Spraying through the smoke, and Keto doubling down to 4 on 2. Crazy might just bail.
This will be that second round for Sprout. They're able to convert on the back of the pistol. Managed to keep 4 players alive as well, so not going to see this attempted force from Crazy get too much done. And now they should allow Sprout to field themselves that 3-0 lead, which, you know, I mean, you go for that decision to force buy in the second round of CTs. It's one that I honestly really like, because I feel like, you know, you can bring out such a decent buy in round number 4 that it kind of mitigates the fact that, okay, yeah, you go 3-0 down, but then you get to have AWPs, you get to have all the utility you need, you have kits when you go for that full buy, and you have a chance of picking up a round in the second. Now, obviously for Crazy, they didn't really find any damage. They would have loved to have just taken a few of these guns away, a few of these rifles from the Sprout side. They weren't able to do so. They've got another chance here in this round, and Otto has been throwing this scout over. So still actually a decent chance to find something here if you're Crazy, right? If that scout can soften up a few of these players, if these pistols can find something, and you can kind of juggle these guns around onto the armored players, you could still hope to do something in this round. It's not likely, but it's not impossible at the same time.
Pressure being put on upper B, but there's no commitment here for Sprout. Crazy still with 2 players on that interior site. But Sprout looking to take over A right now. It's going to be a long crawl towards Ivy. rare that you see this much stake being put on Ivy. 3 players moving up, almost to 4 for a second, but Spitty going to be throwing a smoke inside of the pop dog, cutting off the line of sight from Hunter. That's one of the 2 guns, or 2 armored players rather. Esperanto push close D-box as well. That's what they'll be watching the Ivy position. There's already the T starting to filter through. 3 men inside of the site. His shots onto Quito. Sears going to open up as well. And it's a bit of a wipe down here from Sprout. The late split from Spitty finds Letney, and no issue from the Germans. They pick it up. But it was only anti-eco. We're now waiting for those big old weapons to be bought up by the likes of Crazy. However, Sprout made a lot of money on these last couple of bonus rounds, so they're going to be fine.
I always find it so humbling when you see like pro players like messing around with their monitor trying to get it in the perfect position, because I totally relate, man. I'll frantically adjust my monitor like I don't have a metaphor for this one.
That's fine.
Yeah, I tried to.
Fair enough being stuck on that.
But pause right now. I'm imagining this is a quick technical one. Fingers crossed on the quick there. I don't know if that was a promise or more of a plea. Oh, look, we have a little... is that like the Windows...
Yeah,
is that like the Windows icon, man? Yeah, like... They've just nabbed that. I mean, you know, nab or get nabbed. That is the...
2019.
Yeah,
maybe.
2019 is the year of the nabbening.
It's the Wild West.
Oh, my... Hang on a minute.
What?
Is...
What?
Oh, no, never mind.
Okay.
So I imagine the problem is over on the Crazy side of things.
Yeah, these guys don't look like they have any technical problems.
But right, focusing on this next round. So if you're Crazy, you went for the force in the second, you take that eco in the third, now you get your full buy, you've got all the bells and whistles you can possibly need. You're going to have a chance to bring the AWP out on auto. You're going to have someone who can try and do some damage with the big green gun nice and early here for this CT side. And maybe that's kind of what Crazy needed alongside the full buy to set themselves up here for their CT half.
Yeah, you can't really look too deeply into the first
No,
couple of
that's
rounds,
kind
right?
of the problem, right?
Yeah. Got to give him some guns, give him the benefit of the doubt. Still favourites in this game, still on the favoured side as well. So let's jump back into things, Harry. See this full buy or on Otto nice and early on, but he's going to be met by Searson, so it's not exactly a walk in the park here for Crazy. Quick scope towards T-Con, but Sprout aren't going to be looking to take taking the immediate fight. They'd rather set up outside of the B in the halls. 2 players here, one of them being that AWP. The value of running connector is you can rotate so quick, so Otto's already here, but Molotov's down, smoke on it, and these T's are going to bail regardless. If anything, they just waste a smoke and 15 more seconds of their time. Not a great start. Very fast Molotov down though for Nexa. He doesn't let them get all through into B. He sections them off. So man advantage for Crazy. And Letney hears a reload. He goes back in for a little peek.
And Quito just posted up here. He's waiting to see if any re-aggression comes through from Crazy into those halls, looking to clear this side of the map maybe. CT's sat 5 on 4 though. They don't really feel that pressure to go for any sort of information at this point in time. You don't want to risk giving up an equalizer. That smoke only just falling in Ivy. That will hold me a bit back for the time being. "35 seconds, and the time starts to become a problem here. I feel like we're going to see this culminate in a B play with a late flank from Irbit in through Ivy. Also a Nexus, yeah, still inside of this bomb site. 20 seconds, his push has to come in, and it will look to come through now. Rotations making their way around. It's Nexa shutting down this attempted push. 10 seconds, the bombers to get down, and it's dropped down at the feet of Nexa. So this round is over.
Yeah, I'm not sure who made that call, but that was not the right play for Sprout, pushing down lane side after getting into B with just 20 seconds. You do not want to go lane with the bomb with such minimal time. As you can see, got dropped, and not only do you waste ample seconds wrapping around the train, but also the second you lose that bomb, well, you've lost the round because you've not got time to go that far to get it. Definitely should have just tried to quick cross to the site. They might have had a plant as a result, but can't win them all. It's going to be crazy shutting down the B play. Very much ready for that one. First CT round taken. Sprout looking to find the quick reset. I mean, they're already off to a good start considering they're 3-1 up. That's a good percentage of their T rounds already completed, at least in the necessary ones, right? I'd say a 9-6 is pretty default on train, so they're halfway. But of course, not wanting to give up so easily. I think the AWP wallbanged Spiddy in T-Con. He just got hit for 70 damage. That's an awkward way to start off the round. Boost up, getting predicted but not getting connected. Searson's going to go above. And if Hunter walks back in, that's exactly what happens. 5-on-3 for Sprout, looking to collapse on this A site.
But all three players still reside here for Crazy. They've rotated Nexa around from B. Otto going to strike mid it from the ranks. 50 seconds left. Sprout don't have to commit to this, but they go through this smoke. Esperanto, easiest double kill of his life. And one by one, this Sprout lead that they had is getting chipped away at. Sirison and Spiddy trying to save the day, and this leaves Otto 1 versus 2. First trying to check and see if there's a man wrapping around into CT. That is not the case. And last time they saw Otto, he was over on the bomb train, so this reposition could catch Sprout off guard. They're really taking their time. The timing's going to be everything here for Otto. And he won't make the right decision. Ultimately, you know, it is just a game of chance at that point.
Well, actually, he could have gotten away with that. If he walked closer to the wall, he could have checked close Ivy without being exposed to the player on the bomb train, because they didn't really peek wide. They just stood on the bomb train, and I guess his barrel or his arm stuck out. I
think he was also worried about opening himself up to the top blue train over towards main,
yeah,
which is where that bomb and just, yeah, exactly, right? So that's what I mean. It really is just like luck of the draw at that point.
Definitely. I mean, even old Hell, if he was playing that far back. Train is a sneak fest. A lot of it coming down to timing and patience, most importantly. Waiting for CTs or Ts to adjust their positions. Bit of a pause here, though, for Crazy nice and early on. He almost pulled back that 3-on-5 with Esperanto catching 2 players moving in through that smoke on Pop Dog. I thought that surely that was how Sprout threw away an easy opportunity, but able to convert it. Late T-Con play from the AWP. I'm sorry for Spiddy, it was the AWP down Ivy instead. But either way, it's a round for Sprout that they'll take. 4-1 up now on the T side, and Crazy. No kits. No Molotovs, but they do have 3 M4s.
Oh, but already a fast Pop Dog play from Sprout, and this gets Keto up in the face of Letney. Continuing to try and push and force their way, just brute force into the A-bomb site. Taking these gunfights straight up. Baven will be in with another. Looking for a bit more, getting caught on the ladder. Hunter repositioning inside of the bomb site. Him and Esperanto finding the double between them, and it's Sirison left up. 1v3, does still have this AWP to play with. Can he find anything with it? He's going to make a bit of noise on the ladder there, and that's all it takes. Hunter smites him down. Crazy in with that second round. The AWP carried forward as well, so that'll get thrown into the hands of Otto. A free upgrade onto the AWP for Crazy.
Yeah, Sprout looking favoured on the GG bet odds. I imagine that's somewhat off of their live performance right now. I don't think they came into this game as favourites, but a good T-side start has flipped that around. If you still believe in Crazy, you can jump over there for pretty good odds right now. So keep that in mind. But Crazy have got a lot of work to do. Still sitting just behind. God, they love the pauses early, don't they? They're just getting all of them out. Making sure everyone is all paused up.
What's pausing? My pauses has, yeah, another one called in.
Make sure to clean those pores if you want fresh skin. Bad joke.
So an interesting decision here from Sprout. They've got some cash on Sirison and Spiddy. Now, I understand wanting to save some over on Sirison to bring the AWP out. Maybe they could have juggled something just a little bit more into this round than just the Glocks across the board. There should be a chance for CR4ZY to take a clean round and actually start to build up some of this CT side economy. Odds are Sprout just barrel into the B bomb site, right? This is the eco bomb site of trade.
Yeah.
You normally have a good chance of at least getting a bomb down. And at this point, that's really all Sprout want.
I think it's kind of funny how you've sent like a Glock lurk. Like, you know, I don't know how much maybe it's going to accomplish with just a Glock down Ivy, but hey, he's actually sending the first distraction. That's why. That makes sense. At least draws the attention away for a brief moment. The bomb coming out upper and not getting much further. Keto does grab a deagle kill onto Otto, but this is going to be asking for a lot, and Nexa will not let him do it.
Oh, but they both missed jumps, Letney and Nexa. Not quite able to grab the AWP. So actually, you know, that becomes a pretty expensive round. And now for CR4ZY, they don't actually, they didn't have the cash on Otto to buy one up, so it's had to be dropped over from Nexa. Expensive reinvestment to force if you're Sprout, considering you put $700 into that round. You've just cost CR4ZY about $6 grand with that one kill. So not too bad. It stops the CT economy in its tracks.
Yeah, but you know what would stop the CT economy in its tracks again? Winning a round. That's what Sprout have on mind. Citizen on the AWP. Ooh, Wet Famine is getting bullied right now by Molotovs. Don't know how, don't know where from. Inside of the Pop Dog. He's got up the ladder though and set up outside of B again. There's actually only one man here. It's Nexa alone up close and no utility to stop. His Molotov's timings have been good before, but he's just got to win his duels now. With an MP7, that's not the gun you want for this game. Or this site. Luckily enough, it might not matter, because Flash inside of the Pop Dog, but no one's here. Sprout set up outside of the toilets and backing off towards an A play. Close positioning for CR4ZY. They will get met with Favin dropping in late. God, Sprout love Ivy. I've never seen a team put this much like stake in taking Ivy every round.
Well, they're able to catch Hunter out here just a few rounds ago. They're hoping they can do it again. He's repositioned up onto the top train. Actually flashes the head off in and goes for that wide peak. Does not suspect that 3 players lie in wait on the other side. He's done good damage and he's got all the information here for CR4ZY. The rest of the squad now just have to finish the job. And Letney trying to do exactly that, doubling up. Nexa on the wrap around, emerging, but has to now 1v2. Does retrieve the AK, bit of chip damage onto Spiddy, the bomb going down, and that's Sirison to get it planted over towards the buffers. Next, they double peek into him, nice shot to Spiddy. But not able to adjust in time, the double peek proving to be too much. Sprout in with a 5th round, and that's put CR4ZY in a pretty awkward spot. You've got Cash on Letney and Hunter. So they will try and get a buy together. 3 rifles, if you include the AWP in that, 2 SMGs. And a timeout called in for CR4ZY.
Just on that pause cleansing. That's all it is, Harry. But yeah, I mean, you know, this is a classic CR4ZY buy. 3 rifles, that's a full buy for CR4ZY, really. They love an SMG here and there. I mean, the Ivy play is working out. I was wondering, when I was watching that adjustment of CR4ZY in that round, I thought it was actually come back to bite them, because come back to bite Sprout, because CR4ZY used all the time that Sprout were not wasting, but using setting up outside of Ivy to push aggressively and take close pop, take close T-Con, and you can just set up and watch Ivy from E-Box if you do that, knowing that your back is covered. And you know, from the pistol round, CR4ZY have been flashing their way into T-Con. So if we continue to see Sprout put this much pressure on Ivy, I wouldn't be surprised if CR4ZY just realize it and give up Ivy and start fighting from close sights. So let's see if that's a change that CR4ZY employ. Might not be here with the SMGs, but instead they get aggressive, set up down Ivy, deep, deep, deep. Otto's pushed. Scrambling to get up the ladder. Who will go first? Ducking under the wallbang. It's almost like they bait Crazy into taking pop, only to retake it from them, although not allowed.
Yeah, and all these smokes getting thrown in towards the A bomb site. Now, this doesn't look like the A play. They haven't tried to contest Pop Dog whatsoever, so there's no chance for a split. Instead, this utility thrown in to try and keep bodies inside of the A bomb site, and it looks to have worked. 3 players still here. Otto will shut down Spiddy. Now the rest of the gang have to hold their own. Nexa and Esperanto, they shut down this B play. Crazy will secure this 4th round. This cobbled together buy. They get it done.
And that's why 2 SMGs and 3 rifles is a full buy for Crazy, because they're just so good with them. With long-range MP9, fighting like coils to ramp. Not that that's long range, but it's not exactly prime MP9 range, and gets it done. Now it's Sprout without the money, having to go for a bit of a deagle round, save some cash. Searson's going to be looking for the AWP in the future. Keto's gone for the solo rifle, trying to get opening kills here for Sprout. Already, Esperanto looking to take matters into his own hands. Letney's pushed up close as well. This is aggressive positioning up on the A site. They will lose a man on Ivy. Otto luckily posted up, but trade is there. Keto's going to make this round interesting. Esperanto drops another man out of T-Con, and now it is just a 2-on-3. They have Favon locked into the corner, but do they know it? Looks like it.
Oh, it certainly does. I mean, the second, Favon tries to peek out, he'll just get bested. Keto left up in this 1v3. Making noise over in main. They know that he's here, and Letney's there to put the nail in the coffin. Crazy tying this up 5-5 now. Finally in with that equalizer. And it does feel like finally we're seeing kind of the pieces of the puzzle slotting into place for Crazy. It was a slow start, but they've started to build upon that now. You can almost feel that the momentum of this game kind of swinging back and forth between these 2 squads. At this point in time, it's very much Crazy in the driver's seat. Just pistols here for Sprout once again, saving the extra cash over on Sirius so they can bring that AWP out as fast as they can. They're trying to go for this fast A play, but they've left the bomb.
Who needs it? It's not like they're going to get much, surely, right? It's blocks. 2 for Letney, double back. So this is where things should start to get under control here for Crazy. Mir bit on his own. I want to call him Mir, but already taken, mate, so can't do that. And at this point, this is what we call prolonging the inevitable. And there it is.
So, I mean, considering that was just Glocks out for the side of Sprout, they can be pretty happy with that, right? They get 2 kills with no investment put into that round. I mean, you're already sitting on 5 rounds as well. A nice little bank to have over on the T side, right? You've kind of already hit that bare minimum that we would expect of them. Now we get to see this full buy once again. Sirius will be back on that AWP. Otto, very aggressive with his AWP. He's immediately challenging in towards main, pushing up alongside the rest of the squad. And then it's just like this mutual stalemate at the start of this round while the utility's still down. Both teams just waiting.
Yeah, ladder taken again, though, for Crazy. Such a important piece of real estate. It's like connector 2, vertical. Letney with a re-molly, though. You can see Sprout try to get into the Pop Dog after their own Molotov faded, but he is just doing everything he can to delay them. In the meantime, players are pushed all the way down Ivy. And this is what we talked about. Crazy have adjusted the setup to watch Ivy from inside of the site because it's been so much of a problem. It means they can disengage easily. Hunter's watching that. And 2 players still sitting down on B. Sprout are just waiting for the right time to commit. With constant re-smokes coming in, they're not exactly catching a break. Flash is going out. Ivy might be activated now. Mirbit looks to do so as he comes around the corner. The smoke has been thrown from Pop Dog, so he's at least covered, and now no one's watching it. Unless Esperanto has his eyes on it, I think it's completely clear. Letney's just turned around, though. He's keeping his eyes on both O-Bomb and Ivy. He'll miss a shot as the smoke fades. 20 seconds here. These T's need to get onto the bomb site, but that bomb's been dropped close. Hunter with 3, shutting it down. He just needs to stay alive, and he's doing more than that. Otto with another kill, and Searson, last man alive, too far away from the plant. this round's done.
And what a phenomenal hold from Hunter. It literally wins that round single-handedly. I think even if Otto hadn't dealt with that second man, the round was still going the way of Crazy regardless. There was about 8 seconds left to get that bomb down. Hunter, I mean, these are the kind of plays that we like to see from him. He's so good in these scenarios where he physically shouldn't be able to do the things that he does. You know, like he is very much got the Kovac blood running thick through his veins. So now the tactical pause once again for Sprout. And I mean, you know, recently this T side kind of falling flat somewhat. That round there, they're able to get it close, but it's the time that's become a bit of a problem now for Sprout. Yeah. They're playing this very, very slow Counter-Strike, which, you know, nothing wrong with it, but I wouldn't really say it's necessarily working any more than if they'd sped things up a little bit at this point in time.
Well, you know, part of it is they're getting forced to, right? Like, they're trying to set up for these A splits. They're then not given Pop Dog. Then they try and go back to T-Con. They throw a flash out at T-Con. Suddenly T-Con's smoked immediately. You know, they're not getting a lot of chance to go for these early plays because Crazy throw down immediate utility. That being said, maybe a play off of a spawn would be nice. You know, just blanket A and flashbangs and try and get players down deep green train, see what you can do. They've done it now. Keto, he's been hitting some phenomenal shots this match so far, and he will continue. Eventually drop by Hunter, but 3-on-3 on a low buy round. This is working out for Sprout for a bit. Then the Hunter, big dose of reality, takes down Spiddy and leaves 2 up.
Yeah, but now maybe it's retrieved this M4. Otto will shut down Cirrus and it doubles up. Him and Hunter getting the job done. I don't even know if we're going to see an AWP in this round. They can afford to buy one, but seriously can't drop anything back to the rest of his team, so they might just elect for all the rifles in this round. Seriously having to take a bit of a hit in terms of the firepower.
He could. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Keto's been someone I've been waiting to see for ages. You know, play at this level. Impressing so far, but we're early days. Only 5 rounds for Sprout. Searson does have a scout. Budget orb, half buy. As Esperanto just missing that timing to Pop Dog, but he knows they're in there. They're not being quiet about it. Spots an arm, but loses a leg. It's Fab to find the opening kill.
All this utility going into A. This has to be the commitment now from Sprout, but it's not. The bomb doubling back towards B, and they are overrunning this bomb site already. Keto can get so deep, get behind enemy lines, and yeah, with that smoke falling, Nexa kind of already knows the realities maybe set in that they might be locked out of this round. Sprout looking like they should have found the recipe for a 6th in this one. It's Crazy are just hanging back. Last round of the half coming up, but they can afford to buy regardless. But they don't want to throw any more at this than they have to. They want to have all the bells and whistles into the last round of this first half.
Surprised not going for more. Like, you know, take some guns away. If you get 2-3 kills here, it makes a difference. A hell of a difference. Sprout have had no money, so all you're doing here is giving Sprout the room to fully buy up for the last round, whereas Crazy could have lost 2 out of the 3 players and still had a full buy. So, you know, it's fine. Not the end of the world, but would have liked to see a little more commitment there from Crazy just to try and do some damage. Doesn't matter, though. 8-6, still a scout on CSGO, still no AWP, but he might upgrade to the AK here. Or the Krieg, the automatic AWP, if you hit the head. Crazy adopting the AUG far more than any team I've seen in a while, I won't lie.
Yeah, I feel like Train as well, though, is just what lends itself to the AUG and the Krieg so well. Esperanto, this time, swapping up with Letney. He's going to take this position over in the over in Pop Dog, actually electing to leave that initially. Oof. He has been throwing a flashbang to allow Letney to go peeking into Pop later in the round. They continue to play this buddy system, but this time it's Letney setting up Esperanto over in main, and they play off of one another to find Spiddy. Trade will come through. Courtesy of Faven there from the Pop Dog. He does find himself, I was going to say trapped, but he's able to get out. Now the rest of the squad creeping in through Ivy. Hunter will shut down the first try to line up that flashbang. And he'll get caught in the crossfire.
Look how close all three CTs are. They've got this bomb boxed in, and they will shut it down. 2 kills from Nexa as they line up, and Otto just flicks back towards T-Con. It's a wrap-up. It's a done deal. It's a 9-6 half in favor of Crazy. Kind of run-of-the-mill down the line. 9-6, looking good. So we'll see what happens as we move over to that second half. Join us in just a second for CT side of Sprout, T side of Crazy over on Train.
Currently, Crazy leading the charge, albeit rather narrowly. 9-6 up over on Train. Sprout able to finally break the streak that Crazy had put together in that last round, or sorry, in the round before last, and secure themselves a 6th. Regardless, it's still feeling like this could be anybody's game, Hugo. I don't know if you're kind of sharing in that sentiment.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I've seen the clear winning team from this one yet. Sprout have been surprising me. And moving into this CT side now, the more favored of the two, this is where I think we can really look towards Sirison to come into his own on that AWP. And also, I feel like if Keto can keep up some of these big performances he's had, then Sprout, you know, we can't count them out. They're looking good.
That being said, I feel like Crazy on the T side is where they really just peak, you know, just individually. The amount of opening kill potential that you have on this T side roster is going to be a lot of fun to see. So let's see if Sprout can contain the beast that is Crazy. And of course, who's going to be going through to that winners matchup after, facing off against No Chance, looking for that semi-final spot. Setting up outside of B here for Crazy. Hunter is throwing utility over A right now to fake it. That keeps 4 players here. Only Spitty on BB spotted the bomb. He knows exactly what's going on, and what a shot to find. Looking for a little bit more as they start to close the distance. Esperanto Hunter with a Glock. Spitty just trying to keep the movement. Searson with a triple. Where is that from? It's going to be Spitty falling down, and the bomb dropped as well. It's the A fake player to come back in to save the day, but there is no day to be saved. Sprout, 7 rounds. They'll take the pistol. That's both pistols.
I hope we get the replay of that Sirison triple kill, because, oh, there we go.
So fast. Oh, I didn't see he got 3. Yeah, 2 of them lined up on the first couple of kills. That's crazy. Oh, sorry, that's Sprout. Harry is shaking his head.
Just in shame.
Of who, you or me?
All of the above. This round, at least, just pistols for Crazy. They're not going to go for any ambitious force buys this time around.
It's T-side.
Maybe taking the... Bit of time in this round to try and figure out how they want to approach their next buy without calling in a pause. Just slowing things right now, trying to waste all this utility. Seriously, just missing the timing there.
That's good for him, though.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of money coming his way. There's Otto rearing his head, and Hunter now is like, we are in for a world of hurt. They're trapped down in this little murder cubby. Well, yeah, now it's the murder cubby in favor of Crazy. They've got themselves that MP9. They've dealt with the lone B player. And that's going to force some of these rotations to come in. Also, keep your eye on that minimap. Mirbit is all the way through Ivy. If they go down through Pop Dog over on the side of Crazy, they can get into this A bomb site. It's almost entirely empty.
Yeah, and they're going to do that. Mirbit on the long flank, in fact, the wrong flank as well. Now Fathom's going to be calling for help. Help, he's only got a USP. It's like Tarry in every pug we play, and he's going to die. 2-on-3 now. This has come back to Horn Sprout in a horrible way. It's only Spitty, but don't count them out. They're all tagged. They're all minus 30. Bomb getting planted. Player above him, he heard that. He knows his partner's close up as well. Where's the third man? That's what he's wondering. He's already taken the first. Hunter just playing that bomb. Wallbang not coming through. Spots Letney as well. He could even wallbang Hunter or just stick the defuse. He'll just do both. Sprout pick it up. Spitty takes the 1-on-3. And hey, the USP didn't matter after all.
Yeah, Spitty stepping up at such a critical moment. And that's the thing, they might have been low HP, they might have been unarmored, but it's still a 3v1 with, you know, 2 out of the 3 post plants pretty heavily solidified. They had crossfires, they had the means to trade off of one another. Spitty just so aware how to play that 1v3. You saw him desperately seeking for that one unknown factor before he dealt with the man up in the heavens. Very comfortable in the knowledge that Letney had no reason to go peeking out there, or Hunter didn't rather. Now we have this fight in for Crazy. It does have the AWP of Otto thanks to that bomb plant in the round prior. And already they're out into A. They're closing the distance. Esperanto and Letney leading this charge. Kita doesn't seem all too aware that players could have gotten so deep. And as that smoke starts to fade, he'll pivot back around and get rid of that first man in.
Searson, he didn't spot the barrel of the gun there, but there's a player to his close right. His scope giving away his position to Esperanto. Now he can call, okay, no one expose yourself to the Ivy cross. Boost coming up inside of the connector. Mirbit has extended the advantage, or at least retaken it.
And that's on the back of an Ivy push once again. The second time now he's been allowed to get away with this. And even though, you know, he might not ever push Ivy again in the rest of this game, but that's going to condition Crazy to have to keep an eye on this Ivy position. Searson smiting down another. Nexa and Hunter all that remain. Missed shot from Faven. But one by one, Crazy falling across the map. Sprout about to tie this up 9-9, and Mirbit still flanking around. He's going to be in the forefront of Crazy's mind now, and it wouldn't surprise me if we do see them have to throw in a bit of an adjustment just to keep an eye on that Ivy aggression.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a default, right? For whatever part of the map Crazy leave open seems to be exploited. Sprout, very nice proactive CT play. Not just running it on, you know, the anti-ecos, but pulling it into the first rifle. That's a big risk to take, but the reward is fantastic. 9-9, and the money slapped of Crazy, so they're down to just 2K a player. Pistols and armor. This is spelling a B play, but we've got 2 players on Ivy, so we'll see where it ends up. Might not be as clear cut. So catching players moving out of A, but it's the Ivy play that you've got to worry about, especially with Nexa hitting shots like that. 2 1Ds coming down the lane, and they can just back off. I love it. They don't commit. They'd rather group up in a 4-on-3, knowing the weaponry is far from perfect, but they've now secured guns.
Ooh, Esperanto in a bit of danger here. They know they've got him trapped, and Kito's desperate to shut him down. He will. Finally rewarded for that. Bomb taking up position over in Pop Dog on the back of Hunter. These rifles that have been retrieved are over in main. This is looking like it culminates in the A split here. You've got a smoke on Otto. That can look to go down. Try and nullify one of these angles. They would love it if they could have kept the AWP from this round. I think Nexa did actually spot Searson there. They try and throw Otto into the into the fray. It's actually Hunter to find this next kill, bring us into a 2v2.
Bomb has already crossed, though. It's going to be able to get planted. Spitty could wallbang this underneath the train, but he'd rather not give away his position. He's still got Searson close by as well, covering the cross, and it will be exploited. Hunter, oh, he's surely spotted. There's the leg, gone, amputation. It's just going to be Nexa left up, 1-on-2. He's got Searson pinned in. The flash is going far, and Nexa hits a shot. Open bomb plant as well, but he's got to move out of his position if he wants to peek it and at least get info. Spitty taps it, and he's going to get wide enough to finish off the job. Sprout pick it up. Crazy, despite those incredible 1Ds down Ivy, are not going to be able to convert the eco round.
Yeah, there's two ways to look at it. It's devastating that you lose that if you are crazy in that situation. But on the back of these Deegs, on the back of this buy, this low investment, you're able to do so much damage and find a bomb plant. You get the round close. Now you need to try and replicate that with this full buy. You've got everything you could possibly need. Pressure's building now for CR4ZY, though. This is one of the things we spoke about. It's not often that they're the heavy favorites in coming into a series. I wouldn't say heavy favorites in this one,
No.
but they were the ones that maybe we had more expectations for. Nexa barreling down through Olaf. He's so deep, and they don't have any idea that a player could have gotten so far behind enemy lines. There he is, giving up his position. The rallying cry comes out for the rest of the team to try and get into this bomb site with him. Spitty pushing up, closing the distance, going on a wrap of his own, and this M4 attempting to spring to life. He's helped out by FaZe. Trades going left and right, and they finally flush Spitty out. It's Mirbit and Searson left standing.
Yeah, but the cross again being covered by Mirbit. He gets so much info from this. Even spots a shadow, the player climbing the top of the train. He must have seen him taking down Esperanto, but doesn't realize Letney hasn't moved from the back of the train. It's just Searson up again, 1-on-2 with the AWP, and oh, bomb could get planted here. That would give him an audio cue. He does spot this first fire on the site, but doesn't know that Letney is still here. He hasn't budged from Sandwich. While spotted on the top of the train, but he can rotate back towards B, and that's what Searson's aware of as he goes all the way in through CT.
Oh no, Letney.
He's brained himself, mate.
He thinks he'll find solace in this B bomb site. It's not quite. He'll find Searson lying in wait. Ooh. This is an interesting round now. The bomb's gotten down ramp. Searson's going to be here almost immediately. The big question mark for me is how does Letney play this post plant? I don't think he's going to anticipate this rotation to come in so quickly. One nade that Searson is flushed with is all it takes to end this round. Letney hiding, bomb planted open. He's trying to play the mind game with Searson. Ooh, scope in. I don't think he heard it. Bombs out in the open. And there's so many positions that Letney could be in. Searson goes hunting. They're looking for each other. It's cat and mouse, and he finds him at the last second. No kit, however. It's going to come down to the wire.
He's got it, I think.
Yeah, I think he does. I think it's all good. Sprout, they find this round 11-9.
What a read from Searson. He sneaks for a couple of seconds and you realize, okay, there's two places this guy can be. He's either already made it to B halls, which would be a pretty impressive timing, or he's behind the train. If he's up B halls, I've lost the round because he hasn't got a kit, right? He has to hit an immediate shot. So he has to be behind the train, right? Instantly runs, gets the timing, gets the kill, and just enough time for the defuse. Very, very big brain. And yeah, I like the Connect play. I thought it was going to come back to haunt him with Letney taking a pretty ambitious post plant for the bomb. But worked out wonderfully. 11-9. Sprout sitting in the lead, Harry. This is starting to slip away from CR4ZY. Do they have a T-side round in their pocket? 2 AWPs on the CT side as well.
Is it just back to sending someone fast into A? They managed to get so deep from this every single time. This time, however, they're not able to exploit that. Keto's wizened up to the fact that players have just been barreling out from main, playing off the back of these spawns. Man advantage taken, and Sprout, they're going to make CR4ZY work if they want to find an equalizer here. Freebies given the weight of this T side. As Sprout just turtle down within these bomb sites and try and play the 5-on-4.
Oh, good timing though. Keto goes inside of the pop dog. Esperanto will be aware that someone's in there because of the flash. Almost looked like Crazy are about to burst in through T-Con as that happened, but no, apparently not. Spitty might even call for Searson to rotate off of B here because he's actually pushed up, and now the push is coming out onto A. Keto, great position. He doubles it, in fact. Otto's going to be able to get one kill in the middle, but not getting Keto out of this position means Esperanto can go no further. Bit of a love tap to the legs, but he's getting hounded by Spitty. Favin killing his teammate in the meantime, and that's the bomb for Sprout. Esperanto, they know exactly where he's going. They've heard him running through these halls, and now he's just going to walk to his death.
Yeah, Sprout really have just been all over Crazy in this second half. They'll finish off Esperanto at a 4K for Keto, 22 and 17. And this game's still a decent ways away from being all said and done.
Nice to see Sprout, at least, as you said, you're wisening up to their problems. Keto catching that really quick sandwich play, because that can just be so valuable. As a terrorist, it's so easy to get someone into Olaf if it doesn't get mollied. You can just stay there all round and then just activate after 40, 50 seconds when, you know, any CTs have completely forgotten that you could have been there. So, getting cleared out in the previous round.
It's almost like Keto's like using the strengths of Crazy, or the things that they anticipated were their strengths, against them, right? Like, he knows that they've been able to get players deep within Olaf in every single one of these rounds. So that time, he just waits for the kills to come to him. This time around, 4 players once again over towards A initially. They do decide against this, though, for Sprout. They know that the money of Crazy isn't going to be ideal. So B-Rush looking anticipated from Sprout, as they have dedicated a second man now into this bomb site. Still really up for debate as to where this one ends for Crazy. It's just this early default, hoping that they can find something on the map. A little edge to work with. Now, we've seen Sprout pretty proactive in retaking this pop dog. This round, not the case. They smoke it. Crazy have to go barreling through, but they are already up and past that smoke. Faven now inside of the bomb site. Dropped Hunter on the entries. He's lighting up the scoreboard, and Spitty's got no idea what's going on. Mirvit and Searson all that remain. And in this 2v5, the force buy from Crazy, they might go flawless. Which, quite a statement to pick up your 10th round on.
Yeah, out of nowhere, right? Barely any damage even done to them. Only to Hunter, who also got 3 entries. So, you know, I think he'll take that. Searson is getting wrapped from B as well. Luckily, I don't think they've considered that he could be here. Or at least not enough to be willing to hunt him down. They're fine with giving him the save for another round. But, in fact, it's not like Sprout can even buy around this. They might do it just off the back of, you know, being on a force, but it's not going to be a full buy, I can tell you that much. They can get 3 rifles, so what we call a full buy for Crazy, will Sprout opt to do the same? Well, we're going to find out. They take a bit of a pause. It's an important point in this game, right? 2 rounds ahead. If they force this and lose, they eco till 12-12. That's fine. But do they just want to eco 1 and then buy it 12-10 or 12-9 rather? No, 12-11. Can't even count, Harry. The replay really put me off there. I was reading the score like, I swear that was a round ago. They're going to buy. I would too. The kill distribution is kind of crazy if you look at it, right? Like it's almost like a 2-man army over on Sprout, but for Crazy, despite losing, they have like more overall kills and more split kills. Or maybe not more overall, but the distribution's far closer. Really shows the work that Keto and co have been putting in.
Oh, man, Spitty looking curious as to what these halls have in store. He's just actually going to be jiggle peeking the angle. Instead, this real aggression from Sprout looking to come in down here towards Ivy, and there's Nexa discovered and dropped. That's one of these AWPs chiming to life. Bomb's actually dropped back here, so Otto's got to stay posted up on this position, and this is going to cost Crazy a lot of time. They will retrieve that bomb. And yeah, I mean, they kind of know you can't really afford to move Otto away from this position just yet. You don't want to allow these players over in Ivy to continue pushing. Spiddy will spot one man over at B, and that's enough to prompt this rotation around from Cirrus, and one of these AWPs now here to try and reinforce the B hold.
Oh.
Ooh, great flash, but a good response from Hunter.
I was about to say how sick that was. Like, Spiddy baited Hunter to push down ramp with those jiggles, and I was about to, you know, that flash should have been perfect, but sometimes if you get flash, you just shoot, you just spray, right? So it can be beneficial to, after you get flashed into an angle, wait to see if there are shots. Instead, Spiddy loses his head, and Hunter is not done yet. Oh, he really isn't. He's on a tear. 3 kills on this B site. Sprout already with the save, but that's going to get denied by the lurk. Let me in the A site. And Mirbit, he loves a flank. I honestly don't know how he even got here. I think he pushed Ivy at the start. Yeah, he did, but coming out of the B halls late and looking to save an M4. So what a round for Crazy. They do it back to back after winning that force.
And once again, right, it's an insane opener from Hunter to get it done. You know, like it was him in the round prior to lead the charge into that A bomb site. And now this gap, this lead that Sprout had is starting to close up. There's no money left as well over on the CT side. So yeah, pause cooled on in, and it's their last one. They have been decimating their little reserve of pauses that they had.
Here are the entries on B for Hunter. Oh, that second one is clean.
Oh, the third one, even cleaner.
Doesn't get better than that, Harry.
And that's the thing, man. If he can just tap into the form that we know this man has, that he can just be so terrified. Like, really is a one-man army.
Literally, he was alone on B. That wasn't an execute, Harry. He just ran out on B. He got flashed, got a kill, and just went, screw it, I'm going. That's the second time he's just run out onto a bomb site and gotten 3 kills. So, if you have that in your pocket, certainly not a complaint for Crazy. Saved weapon for Mirbit, everyone else on pistols. 12-11. We've had some close games here, Harry, and you know, it makes sense that in the EU minor we're going to have the closest.
Well, this AWP is making quick work of the defense that remains inside of the A bomb site. Sirison mopped up, and now just Mirbit left standing. He wants to try and hold on to the M4 again. But I don't know if Crazy are going to let him get away with that. The bomb plant coming in. This AWP on Otto in these last few rounds has started to find its footing a little bit more as well. Worrying prospect looking to the future, because I'm not sure Sprout are going to have one. Yeah, they've got really no money left to invest here. They have started to amount a bit of a loss bonus at the very least.
But that's really the only positive to talk about right now. In terms of money, Letney waiting, stalling as long as he can. It's Hunter's final kill to come through, and no save guns. Yeah, I mean, Keto even ended that round with $650, so safe to say that even if you've got all the loss bonus in the world, it's going to be a bit of a battle. And I think Crazy starting to really warm up into this T side. Last couple of rounds in a row, now equaled up with that of Sprout. It's going to have to be another eco for Sprout. Nade stack. But no one up in T-Con to receive it. Crazy instead send 3 players down Ivy. Quad A setup for Sprout, but that's going to quickly change after they find no kills on A. Or no damage even. So going back towards B with 2 more leaves Ivy open, and Crazy are going to have a field day on this A side.
Yeah, they're already in. They're kicking these doors down. Sprout cannot hold these rifles back, obviously only armed with the pistols to begin with. And this is going to be Crazy taking the lead here, moving 13-12 up. First time they've actually been in the lead since they went, what, 9-6 up on the half. Since then, it was just Sprout to chain together 6 consecutive rounds, and then we've kind of seen Crazy breaking that streak and forming one of their own.
Ooh. Oh. That would have been awkward if Nex had ditched Otto and then Otto lost the AWP, but luckily enough, he was abandoned and still capable. Another round for Crazy, 13-12, Harry. Finally, that double eco from the likes of Sprout has at least allowed them to buy up fully. They're going to have all the money in the world. AWP will not be a problem. They've been keen to run the double AWP at least early in the half when they were finding so much success, so let's see if that comes back into their hands. Just one, oh no, 2, yeah, why not? Go for it. Got to deal with Otto somehow. He's just hit 20 kills in that previous round. And he will not stop.
Yeah, he's been looking so much more comfortable in these last few rounds, has Otto. And this round, once again, he delivers that man advantage now. Keto is able to get the equalizer at the very least. And Sprout, they might go into this 4-on-4, but they're not keen on letting that deter them from taking this aggression in towards main. Maybe getting posted up here. Now leaving these other 2 players over towards B. That looks like where this is all hoping to end up.
Oh no.
Faven, I mean, you do have to be cautious about the Ivy wrap here if you're Crazy. That's sorry, if you're Sprout, that's the one problem. That said, with Keto and Mibit continuing this aggression,
they know.
The thing is, it's got to come through reasonably quickly. They might catch the timing. It certainly looks like they could. Because all 4 players still yet to move for Crazy. Now starting this push, Faven and Spitty just have to buy a little bit of time. Will these 2 players on the wrap get there fast enough? It certainly doesn't look like it. Now coming in on this flank, and Nex has spotted it. Now they know where at least one of these players are. They'll deal with him, but it's Keto who's the unknown factor.
Oh,
he could do everything right now. Keto, there's the first and the second bomb drop down to the 1v1. Takes the peek into Nexa. Keto having to 4K if he wants to pick this round up. He needs the quad kill. Bomb retrieved, tapped by Nexa, trying to bait this peek, and Keto hasn't taken it. He hasn't taken the bait. This time the plant is for real, and Nexa sticks it. Keto emerging from the ramp, and he'll best him.
Wow.
Keto with the 1v3 to secure that round for Sprout. 4 kills in total, even going to save the AWP forward. He really is a knight in shining armor.
What a play, because that Molotov they threw down on ramp actually almost came back to hurt Sprout there, because it slowed the bomb from pushing down the ramp, and as a result, it meant the Crazy waited in box halls. At that point, Nexus saw the flank come through, and they dealt with the first player, not expecting the second though. Why would you? So, very nice round from Keto, and huge play for Sprout to find 13 rounds. Keto sitting on 26 kills right now, top of the server. I think it's Hunter sitting on 25, right behind him, nipping at his heels. It's these 2 heroes trying to drag their teams through, but only one can be victorious. 13-13, reaching the end of this game. But still the most important few rounds to go. Quad A setup here for Sprout. Mibit going to get aggressive towards the pop dog. There's even going to be a pre-rotation, but no info towards B, no noise really towards B, apart from Hunter's couple of bits of utility. No flash needed apparently. Mibit going to get the job done. There was a teammate there to trade even if he went down. And Ivy this time is being covered from inside of the bomb site. Hunter smoking off the ladder climb. Or getting smoked off the ladder climb rather. Gotta be careful there. That is a sick angle, though. 45 seconds and Crazy split outside of A. That's the pick that will open things up. That's the pick that will move them through. We've already got Nexa flanking Ivy as well. And the attention of the Ivy player is now down towards T-Con. It leaves Citizen alone there, but he's already been picked up. It's actually Mibit to go down in pop instead. And one by one, Sprout are falling inside of this bomb site.
Faven desperately trying to dance around those boxes. 20 seconds though. This bomb still has to get into the A bomb site. Nexa hasn't discovered Spiddy. He spots the bomb, they tap it, and now he'll get eliminated. Crazy, 14-13. They narrowly take the lead as we approach the closing segments of regulation. And it's been such a back and forth affair. It still feels like anyone could take this.
I mean, remember the half, it was 9-6.5 in favor of Crazy. Sprout bought a huge amount of rounds back in a row, took the lead consistently. Then they lost one to a 4-spy from Crazy. And since then, it's been Crazy's game. 14-13, eco for overtime. Not the situation you want to be in if you're Sprout, but at least it's only 2 rounds that you need to claw back in a row. That being said, there's almost no way you win this one. There's Zeus, a Deagle, a PT-50, and a Scout.
Oh no, they try and bait for the Scout to get the kill. The bait works, but maybe a little too well.
Oh,
Keto, okay, somehow doubling down with the PT-50. And now this round gets very interesting indeed. There's a fast trap coming in over towards B. Sirisen's even wrapping around through the back line. Spiddy's able to retrieve himself an AK, and even while he gets Molotoved back, it's this wrap from Sirisen that could do so much. Keto's found that much more damage as well. The bomb's gotten over into heaven. Oh, Sirisen sees the first man. Will shut down Otto, now flicking back. Scout taken out, looking for these kills, but he's lost his teammate, and Sirisen left alone to try and deny map and series point to Crazy. He cannot get it done. 15-13 now. 2 rounds for overtime needed in a row for Sprout, and just 1 on the tally is all that's needed for Crazy to pick up this victory and lock in at that playoff spot versus that chance for the playoff spot versus no chance.
Who certainly do have a chance after beating Mouse Sports, but that's for another time. We've got the double AWP again out for Sprout, I would assume, because Sirisen doesn't have a weapon yet. Yeah, he's definitely got one. He's spent 6,500. So double AWP. Crazy is still relying on Otto, but what a reliant player he has been. Really stepped it up on the T side, most importantly. But still, 1 more round to lock in here for Crazy if they want to take this victory, if they want to go to the upper bracket of their group. And here we go back into things. Do or die time for Sprout. They've come this far. They've really put up a hell of a fight for a team that, some people would not have much expectation of here with such a rough group to be in. Can they do enough?
One man who's been trying so hard is Keto. He's maybe going to be one of the players we have to look towards to try and haul Sprout through to an overtime. Otto holding this pixel angle. Once again, this quad set up in towards the A bomb site from Sprout. Now, they've had this 4-man stack in the majority of these rounds, and even that hasn't always been enough. Keto's going to hear that utility going in, starts to push in towards main, but he gets caught. Esperanto peeking wide from the Pop Dog, looking to follow up. So much damage done onto Mirbit. The nade might finish things off, but indeed it will. Esperanto, double kill on the entry. We need a hero here, and there's none stepping up on the side of Sprout. Spiddy alone. 1v4, and this is all said and done. Crazy, they take the victory. And they lock in that spot versus no chance in just a moment to try and play for a spot in the playoffs here.
You've got to give props to Sprout. I mean, they put up a really good fight for a new team to this level, and to be at the minor. The first minor is this roster as well. Yeah, definitely a good start. They're not done, of course, but they've got to go down to the lower bracket. They've got to face Mouse Sports, 2 German orgs up against each other. And that is a very hard game to win. So that'll be for them later. But for now, yeah, as you say, no chance versus Crazy. What a game that is.
Yeah, and it's really not the one I imagined we were going to get. No. But I mean, And there was a time where it looked like it could have been Sprout versus No Chance for that playoff spot, which, I mean, the way that this European mine is shaped up has kind of been exactly what we expected, which is close games and, you know, the occasional upset slipping through as well.
And it's only day one. We've only just started, Harry. I haven't even seen what's happened on the B stream right now with Big or North. I imagine that game, on the A stream.
Yeah, the main.
That wasn't on purpose. You know, I'm not rubbing it in, but. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's going to be very entertaining as well, and all the other groups that we have to go through, plus the best of threes.
Because you and I are covering this next best of three, I have to ask before we start wrapping our segment up at the very least, because you can see, you know, we do still have one game still to come. There's still more Counter-Strike, so do not go anywhere. But we've got No Chance versus Crazy, and I have to ask Hugo, how do you see that one panning out?
I'm going to lean for No Chance.
You're going to go,
yeah. I can commit.
Like, you're in a Brit rooting for the underdog?
somewhat.
Is it also because there's a Brit on that team? Or?
Yeah, wait, what was your implication? That Brits care about underdogs?
Yeah, that's always been a thing.
Is that a thing?
Yeah,
is that because we suck at everything?
Pretty much.
Okay, cool, yeah. So a bit of both of those things. I mean, that wasn't the intention, but I wouldn't say No Chance are... Actually, yeah, I guess maybe they are the underdog, but... It's so hard to tell when you have a team of like good players, but they haven't achieved anything as that team.
Yeah.
Right. You see what I mean? Like you look at the names like Zen, Michael, like some of the things that these guys have done is sick, but this team, they haven't achieved that yet. So no, I wouldn't say they're an underdog like a traditional underdog.
Yeah, it's more just we don't know where that skill ceiling is. We don't know what level they're at right now, right? And it's where can they get to? You know, like I mean. You can't really have done much preparation specifically for this matchup if you're No Chance, but you know, like in general, and how much can they improve over the course? You know, look into the future, even, right?
Where I've got to ask you the same question: who are you facing up there, Crazy or?
I mean,
No
I think
Chance?
Crazy should take it, right? Like because obviously I feel like you look at it on paper, you know, we know a lot more about them, we've seen a lot more from them. They're the more tenured squad, but. No Chance looked really good earlier. There's no denying that. I think whatever happens, it's going to be a close affair. I think Crazy are going to take it